What's good? What's good, motherfuckers? How we doing? How we doing? It's my own YouTube talking back to me. There we go. What's fucking good this Friday? I don't think I'm going to be as long on today because I got a flight to catch in the morning, but I'll try and stay on for a couple hours if I can. Hope everyone's well. How you doing, Crystal? How are things going? Good to have you on. Hope everyone's well on this lovely Friday. Oh, sick Plymouth. How you doing, brother? I'm hoping to get some help with some parlays here today. Maybe do a little. I've got 5 fights lined up that I'm going to do a little poll on, just like I did last Friday. See how it goes. You know, but we'll get into that in a little bit. How's everyone doing? It was rainy today, and not all my chickens are very intelligent. They're not really known for their genius IQ, are they? Bless them. Not really known for that. Therefore, I had a chicken hunt in the rain. Sounds incredible. How you doing, Aaron? Come in. Hello. What are you doing?
I'll eat it. We finished.
You already finished it? You finished your sandwich?
Chasing.
You ready to go to sleep now?
Chasing.
Huh?
Chasing.
Do you want me to chase you?
Yeah.
You realize it's midnight.
Chasing.
Sorry, guys. Hey, come here and say hello quickly. Come here. Come here and say hello. Ah. I'm going to say hello to everybody. You shy? You want to say hello? You want to say hello? You're shy now. Look, you're on the screen.
Oh.
Yeah. Mwah. Guys, I'll be back in 1 second. I'm just going to chase him
Hello.
upstairs. Say hello. All right, let's go chasing. I'll be back in 1 second, guys. Give me a minute. Yeah, my turn. Give me 1 second, guys. Let's go chasing. Chasing.
Yeah, hello.
Chasing. Let's go. All right, I think we're good. Sorry about that. I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often, to be honest. How are we all doing? What did I miss? Yeah, that's the mini me. Luckily, he doesn't look as much like me as he does like his mum, I think. Fortunate for him. Never be sorry about being a good dad. I try my best. It's definitely an ongoing ongoing improvements, you know. To be fair, he's not usually up this late. I've usually got him to bed at like 9 o'clock, but today he slept in the car, and that kind of, you know how that goes. I'm sure your chickens are the same. If they get a nap in during the day, yeah. See, that's not I think I just compared my son to a chicken. Hang on a sec. Yeah, it's good to see everyone. I know Friday is usually a busy one for streaming, so I appreciate you guys being here. Not too much in the news, to be fair. Did you see the Lidzi replaces ULBERG? Yeah. I mean, to be fair, that fight is the reason why I'm not so disappointed is I wasn't that psyched about the original fight. I never thought that Hill and I never thought that so it was Hill and it was supposed to be Hill and Roundtree, then Hill and ULBERG, then ULBERG and Smith, and now Smith and Delizzi. So I mean, all those fights are kind of on par to me. I'm not really that bothered. It's going to be interesting to see what Delizzi can do at light heavyweight. I imagine Reyes got a call. I imagine Reyes definitely got a call. I mean, his fight was pretty quick. It's a winnable fight as well. They're both in the same situation. I wouldn't have minded. I do think we're going to get that fight down the line. You know, Delizzi might do considerably better at light heavyweight as well. And I don't hate the guy. I think he's all right, like as a personality. Not the best fighter, but you know, maybe he could have big improvements up at that weight class. I guess we're gonna find out. I had to hang out with her in the garage till about 2 a.m. because she was waking up the rest of them, and then the rooster was growing all night. Growing, yeah. Is that what I think it means? Just going around boning all the hens, yeah. To be fair, that sounds like that sounds like an ideal reincarnation scenario. Being the only rooster around, you know. But yeah, no, I did hear about the replacement. It seems like things have leveled out now because I heard that Delizzi was in training camp waiting for something, and Smith obviously took it at short notice. So I guess it's all leveled up now. You, Brutal, and Ronan are all streaming at the same time. Yeah, the thing is that there's always going to be an overlap. I wasn't even going to stream tonight, but the only reason I am is I've got to fly in the morning, and I'm not going to be on tomorrow night. So I figure like the earliest I'm probably going to be on is Sunday evening. So you know how things go around here. I'm not really expecting major numbers tonight. I just figured I'd come in and touch base with people who felt like it. Maybe see if I can get like a parlay out of the situation and see how that goes. To be honest, man, I'm still not used to having so many people up in here. So it's fucking sweet. How we doing, Chris? How you doing, brother? I'm going for the Bellator card, yeah. So I'm flying to Dublin in the morning. I've got a bit of a tight one though because my train from here is like basically I'm going to get to the airport with like an hour and 40 minutes before the flight, and that can be a little bit touch and go. I'm not a major Bellator fan, but I'm a big Jason Jackson fan, and any excuse to go to Dublin, I'm gonna take it. You know, I got Irish blood, so usually I wouldn't go over for a Bellator card, but I'm a big fan of Jackson, so I figured this was a good opportunity to get over there. So having 13 wives is hard, but no, I'm with you. They need to do something better with some of that scheduling. They're making some of them very uneventful. Is that gin in the background over there? No, this is that Japanese whiskey I was talking about the other day. No sponsorship, by the way, but you never know. One day. I kind of thought I'd give it like a little go before I head out in the morning. Have a little shot before I head out. I'm always trying to try it. Whenever I see a new Japanese whiskey, I can't really help myself. Take a swig for the boys. You don't have to. It doesn't take much to twist my arm. Let me see if I can get this cracked. I don't have a cup in here, so this is gonna be a bit brutal. Pride Month, remember? Oh, goddamn. Goddamn. I don't even know all the fighters on the card. But to be honest, mate, that's been the theme of the year. That has been the theme of the fucking year. I don't even have a glass in here, so this is going to be a little bit. This is going to be a little bit raw. Let's have a gander. It's not bad. Sure, Angie, you can have a shot. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's sitting at a nice 45%. So that'll put hairs on the old hairs. Yeah, that's not bad. That is not bad. Or how are we all doing though? No worries, Chris. Anything for you, brother? Yeah, to be fair, that's been the way. That's been the kind of way that the cards have been all year. Like, I mean, I consider myself a hardcore, and even I'm scratching my head with some of these matchups this year. You don't, if you really want to take down some of that taste, sprinkle a tiny bit of baking soda and a tiny bit of salt in the bottle. It makes it so much smoother and more drinkable. Might make it a little bit more dangerous. That's the thing. Yeah, I always think that liquor tasting like, I mean, I'm not one of those people, yeah, who's like, oh, you know, I'm a connoisseur. I love the taste of all of it. Nah, bro, I'm in it to get fucking hammered. And for me, the more minging that it tastes, the more likely it is I'm going to get fucked up. And it kind of stops you from drinking too fast. But yeah, if I pulled a stunt like that 10 years ago, I would have literally, you would have seen my camera covered in vomit. I don't know what happened, but I used to be a really major lightweight drinker that used to mix everything, and now I can't mix at all. I just find it disgusting. I could just chug like a. This is how you know I'm not joking about being an old man. That's one thing I've definitely told you that's true. One day I just realized, hey, it's time. You know, I felt good. Mary Jane over the drink all day, but I feel like I will change my mind once I'm in the UK, bro. I guarantee you, yeah. If I even took, like, I could literally sit there when I was 20. I could like smoke weed all day and have no effect virtually, or I'd get high, but I wouldn't. If I took two little puffs now, I'd probably whitey out. I guess we'll find out soon because I'm definitely gonna start smoking again at some point. Yeah, whiskey and coke's a fairly good combination. It depends on the whiskey though. If you got something, I've found, yeah, color me surprised, but when you get something really quality, mixing it just doesn't work. Especially just have it the way that it came. But I'm not really a connoisseur, so don't take my word for it. And everyone has their different tastes, I guess. But if I could only drink one drink, only if I could only have one liquor for the rest of my life, it would definitely be whiskey. Yeah, whiskey over water. I did that at a kids' party that made me mad once. People were puking all over the house. Sounds like a rotten barrel to me, a rotten vintage. Like I say, man, I used to be really lightweight. I used to be really lightweight, but I can kind of handle my shit now. Never liked to mixing whiskey with coke. I just like it by itself. To be honest with you, I found you, and this is something I discovered later on in my life. I find when you mix, the hangovers are more brutal. They just are. Like, my hangovers last for way longer if I use. It might be the sugar or something, or the bubbles, or I don't know. But it's just something that I figured out kind of recently. If you're gonna drink hard liquor, just drink it straight. You'll be happier in the long run. Mixing it, just especially if you're mixing it with something sweet, it just fucks things up. Again, that could just be me. Southern Comfort and Dr Pepper. Now that's a dangerous combination, especially if you don't mix it too strong. Yeah, man. Like I said, I was that guy. Like, I had to mix just to be able to keep it down. Proper bitch moves all the way. But now I'm like, I just down that shit. I'm saying it like it's something to be proud of. Like, I'm sounding like a college kid right now. Like, yeah, man, I can hardcore drink, man. Look at me, I'm solid. It's quite embarrassing. It should be the other way around. And I'm a very expensive drunk now as well. But so the thing is with Southern Comfort, it's got a very kind of, do you know what it is here? It's the same as like with it's got a very distinctive kind of taste to it. Like, you can tell what Southern Comfort is in any situation, whereas certain whiskeys you can't really tell the difference. Like I remember I got absolutely whited out on you know, that honey JD, and I vomited on it, and I could never drink it again. Like even the smell of it, I'm like, "Ugh," like I just can't fuck with it. But no, I'm strictly like an old fashioned, like as in the drink old fashioned kind of guy. I do like myself a white Russian as well. Not the women, the drink. I can drink whiskey now by itself because it's cold here in Melbourne. Yeah, I mean that probably helps. It's good to keep the stomach a little bit warm, I guess. But no, I don't really drink as much as I used to. It's usually on special occasions, or if there's a really dodgy card and I just really need to get through it. You know, if I know the card's going to be boring, it's best to be fucked up or somewhat fucked up on it. You know, salted caramel white Russian goes. I've never tried that. It sounds amazing. Like, do you mean adding like salted caramel syrup? I can see why that would slap. I feel like the next time I'm in a bar, I've got to try that now. It gets cold in Melbourne. That was news to me as well. That was news to me. I didn't realize that was a thing. I did not realize that was a thing. You need to go try that salted caramel white Russian. Chris Gray has a very big point right there. So is it like a syrup that you mix in, or is it like, how does it work? Or do you just use like salted caramel flavored milk? I'll be interested to know how that works. Definitely. Actually, when I saw Brutally MMA, Brutally Honest MMA was on, I was like, fuck it, should I even go on? I was like, I don't really want to be like stealing anybody else's shine. That's why I usually go on at this time, because usually ITP's coming to the end of his stream, and there's not a lot of people usually streaming at the same time. The new fans of DJ, man. What's this? Let me see if I can click on it. Hang on a second, because I've got my YouTube open as well. What's this? Who would have won this matchup? I'm going Demetrius Johnson as well. I think Demetrius Johnson's the GOAT, bro. I think a size disparity DJ fucks up anyone. I think if you make DJ John Jones's side, he fucks him up. I think if it was an equal size situation, and I'm assuming that's what it is. Just caramel and flaky salt on the top with whipped cream. That sounds fucking amazing. That sounds fucking amazing. So yeah, I like a whiskey sour, and I like an old fashioned. Those are my drink, and occasionally a white Russian if I'm feeling in the mood. Tomorrow I'm definitely gonna get fucked up. I might do like a vlog type thing where I find a nice bar near the arena and get fucked up, and then take it from there. I'm thinking I might do like a vid. How you doing, Mikey? What's up? Oh, me, nothing much. Sitting here at the hospital because my client decided to eat his own shit. Oh man. This is the thing, bro. Like, I definitely need to get, you know, one day I'm going to get you on the stream, and I'm just going to ask you straight up, like, for stories of, because I guarantee you've got some wild shit that you've had to deal with. I can tell you something, being in education as well, bro. I can tell you some wild shit as well. But I guarantee you that my stories won't be anywhere near as fucking crazy as yours. So I've got to get you one. Big drink along in it. I just had a nice shot of the Toki. I'm definitely pronouncing that wrong. And it's not bad. It's pretty good. I would definitely recommend it. Tastes pretty good to me. But mind you, like I said, I'm not exactly a connoisseur right here. How you doing, Western? No, anyway, brother. I can't say it live on stream, but because I could be fired. Could you like change the names? Look at this beautiful chat. The channel is growing. Hey, bro, it's been, like I said, you deserve full credit for that, my friend. I'd still be talking to myself if it wasn't for you and Mikey and Aaron. It's crazy. I figured it would be a solid 2 years of going live before I got anyone in here. And I was getting ready to do the hard time. I feel like I've been a little bit lucky in a way. So I really appreciate it. I could change the names and the places. That's what I'm saying. I mean, We can get into it. They can't fuck with you for that. I hope you're well as well, Western. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't going to come on today because I know a lot of people are streaming, but as I said, I'm flying to Dublin in the morning and I'm coming back on Sunday. So I figured this would be the last time I can go on before Sunday night. And you know how this thing goes. Try to keep it regular and everything, even if you haven't. And also, I'm desperate to get some advice on that parlay. So I'm gonna give it like 10 minutes or so, see if anybody else pops in, and then we'll maybe do some votes and see if we can get a parlay moving. That'd be sick. I definitely need help with this one. You better listen to Western, man. He's got full power here. He's probably got more power than me, to be fair. I might have handed over complete control over to Dictator Western over here. So do you know what I mean? Don't piss him off. I'm not really in a position to tell him no. But no, like I said, I'm not big on telling people what to do, but I don't even know how it works. Apparently, like when you hit like, it gets pushed around the internet or whatever, more people jump onto it. I'm assuming that's, you'd think I would have done my research when I started YouTube into how to get things moving, but I've never been that guy. I just figured I'd throw stuff up and see how it goes. So are you lot pretty jazzed about the card tomorrow? I'm actually mildly excited about it. I've got to be honest. I've made sure. Yeah, I took your advice. I took your advice, Western, and I'm gonna bring 2 phones with me. And if I can live stream during the thing is, I don't know if they allow that shit inside the arena, but I'll give it a try. But I might live stream for like little bits of it. Ronan raid incoming. Jesus Christ. Wasn't Ronan playing? He was playing Elden Ring, right? Is it any good? Does it look any good? I've got to be honest, I still haven't played it. I sounded like a boss. You did, bro. You came through with authority. You ever think not doing the research is how you got things moving? Just saying you weren't trying too hard, so now people want to watch. How you doing, Captain Deadpool? Wait, not like that, bro. I'm a bit fruity in nature, so that sounded like a great proposition to me. Rodin was gaming. I didn't know he did stuff like that. That's kind of cool. I don't really watch a lot of like gaming streams because like, I mean, I get the how we doing events. Ronan raid incoming, yeah. Jesus Christ. This is the first Ronan raid. Now I think I should be nervous. How we doing, Robin? We were just live drinking on stream. I'm hoping to get some of you guys help in building up a parlay today. He got bullied the whole time. The thing is, yeah, playing Elden Ring is like doing it live is a rough one because that game is hardcore. It's not as hard as like Dark Souls or any. It's like a watered down version of Down Souls, but it's of Dark Souls, but it's still a hard fucking game. Anyone new here? Welcome to Cretin Stream. How you doing, Black Betty, bro? I appreciated the update this morning. You were the first one to Tarantino without the foot fetish. While we're all here, I'm gonna get the first one going. Give me a second. So the first fight I'm gonna throw up, if I can remember, who wins. So basically, the plan of this one is similar to what we did last week. I'm basically going to throw up a couple of fights, and then you guys pick who you think's going to win, and then I put it in a parlay and bet on it. So you have a chance to really fuck with my money here, as you did last week, by the way. That parlay was horrendous. Let's see if we can get a winning one today, or for the weekend. So the first fight I'm going to throw up. Let's do Dalby and Fakhretdinov. See if I can spell Fakhretdinov without checking. It's probably going to be wrong, but we'll give it a go. Oh, this is definitely wrong. This is definitely wrong. All right, let's get that one going. So yeah, the rules of the game are whoever gets voted in, I have to stick it on a parlay and I have to roll with it. And I think I might go 20 bucks today, and we'll do a six. We'll do a. How many have I got? Let me just double check. I've got 6 fights. So I've got Dalby and Fakhretdinov, Naimov and Lima, Walker and Volkan, which, let's face it, is a coin toss, Gastelum and Rodriguez, Volkov and Pavlovich, and Whittaker and Askarov. So whoever you guys pick, the 6 guys you pick, I'm going to throw up on a parlay. Oh, this one's looking fairly close right now. Shit. It is a tough fight to pick. I think people are just automatically jumping on they automatically jump in on Rinat's ballsack without really thinking about what a savage Dalby is. It is a tough fight. I don't know who they are, to be honest. Fakhretdinov is the guy that flatlined Kevin Lee and then had a draw with Aleksei Dos Santos, if that helps. And he basically beat the shit out of Aleksei Dos Santos in the first round and then gassed out horribly and then survived for the last 2. And then Dalby is basically a Viking savage. He's not necessarily a great fighter, but he's got great cardio and he's very hard to chin. Never mind, I know both. Sweet. All right, so I'm gonna give it maybe 3 minutes, and then whoever wins goes in the parlay. Right now, Fakhretdinov is carrying 56%. So, if you get those votes in, you might be able to sway it one way or another. They both beat cans. Kevin Lee is a better can. I mean, I would say that Kevin Lee had just come off struggling against Diego Sanchez. So obviously I don't rate that win. I mean, the Bonfim brothers are kind of good. So I don't know. I genuinely thought Lee died versus Renat. Herb took too long. Was he? I can't remember. I know he flatlined him out, but was he battering him when he was on the ground as well? That fight was quick. It was over in like a minute. But this is how you know the UFC hates Kevin Lee. Yeah, by the way, shout out to all the Ronin brothers. And if you are new here, a sub would be fucking wonderful. As you can see, I'm a tiny little YouTuber out here. I'm not even at 1,000 subs. It's disgraceful. And I've been in the game for like a good 18 months. Yeah. So subbed him to sleep. Yeah, that was it. I think he dropped him, didn't he? And then choked him out. But I mean, a Kevin Lee win's a Kevin Lee win. Do you know what I mean? It's not really that. I gave your accented ass a sub. Yeah, I know I sound like a major simp out here. It's all good. But I was once a dick sling in general. How we doing, Jay-Z? Good to have you here, brother. We've got a little poll going right now. We're building a parlay together. So basically, we're fucking with my money, or hopefully not. We've got Renat, and I'm going to give it another minute. I'll give it another 60 cents. I'll give it another 60 seconds. And we'll see how it plays out. But I'm going to have to give a shout out to Ronan when I next go in there as well, because he's a good sport for letting this ride. All right, so we've got 60% Fakhretdinov. So the first one in the parlay is going to be Fakhretdinov. Let's chuck him in there. And like I said, broskies, I'm going to go for a full $20 on a crazy parlay. So I know, big spender. Sorry if I'm missing you guys' chats at the moment. I will get back to them, I promise. And at least I don't charge for them. So I will run back the chat and have a good look. All right, so the first PFL is on tonight for some. That's the thing. I didn't even realize PFL was on tonight. It's a fucking joke. So we've got Rinat Fakhretdinov. All right, before I go into the next one, let me just catch up on some of these. All right. So yeah, was Ronan really good at Elden Ring, or was he getting slaughtered, as I probably expect? Not that there's any shame in that. That game is very, very hard. Is anybody watching PFL? I didn't realize it was on. The thing is that I knew that PFL and Bellator were running at the same time, as in on the same weekend, which again makes the whole merger thing seems like a completely pointless piece of shit. How are we doing, Paradox? Yeah, that burns. Yeah, that burns real good. No Elden Ring spoilers, please. I haven't even played the original one. In morning stream, Ronan figured out some far hippo boss. I missed most of the second stream. Do you know what? I consider myself a reasonably hardcore gamer, and I still haven't played Elden Ring. How you doing, Jake? Good to see you here, brother. Good to see you back again. Hang on a second. I'm really sorry, guys. Chat's completely gone out of my control. I flipped my picture in that. Fair play. All these years, names ain't sticking anymore. I mean, when you're in it long enough, you should, it's like it's hard to keep up. To be fair. Subbed him to sleep. Yeah, well, I'm way behind. Yeah, no Elden Ring spoilers. You're not going to get any from me. I promise. In morning stream, Roman figured out some. I read that one. Sorry, bro. If you played Souls games before, you're probably going to be good. Yeah, I mean, this definitely is a watered down version of a Souls game, 100%. Like, if you're good at Souls games, you should be tearing up Elden Ring. From what I've heard, it's not as hardcore as some of the old Souls games. Not at all. I definitely have to get around to it. Fakradinov is about to lay and pray for about 3 rounds. His gas tank ain't great though, That would probably be the best thing to do against Dalby, to be honest. Just to go slow. Bro, I got to start with Black. Oh, bro, I can't wait for that game. It looks amazing. It looks fantastic. Black Myth Wukong is going to be a great game. I'm hoping. I mean, it's the first game to come out of a major Chinese studio on PS5, so we'll see how it goes. But it looks amazing. Are you reading more than this chat? I'm trying not to. Bro, I'm slow. Demon Souls was aggressive for a first-time play. Yeah, Demon Souls is a hard game as well. The thing that's brutal about it for me is that obviously you've just got to fucking it's the getting killed and having to start over again. That's a real bummer. That's the one that kills. Bro said Elden Ring looks too easy. Okay, God. Now the thing is, yeah, compared to it's easier for a Dark Souls game. It's still a very hard game. But if you're somebody who's played through the Dark Souls franchise, so if you played Demon Souls and if you played Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, Elden Ring is supposed to be a bit more accessible. Like, it's still a hard game, but it's supposed to be a bit more accessible. Again, I can't speak from experience because I've played through the Dark Souls games and I played Demon Souls as well. But yeah, August should be good because there's not a lot coming out in August from what I know. So they should what is your Souls number? Fuck me. I played those games probably a decade ago. And I wasn't very good. They're fucking hard games. They're almost like it's punishingly hard. It's probably the hardest game series I've ever played. Like, I've played a lot of games, but I'm not when it gets hardcore like that, no, man, this goes a bit too far for me. Flappy Bird was pretty hard, to be honest. Yeah, Flappy Bird will make you break a phone or two, or beat up your wife. Do you know what I'm saying? Just get in a Flappy Bird rage and just murder your family. I mean, your real soul number, your life path number. You're getting deep on me, bro. I've just taken 2 shots. I got no idea. Lego Lord of the Rings was dope. The Lego games. I know you're fucking about it, but the Lego games are actually kind of dope. They are good. All right, let me just double check on the poll just to make sure we haven't fucked anything up. It's 50-50. All right, Fakradinov's gone up to 57. All right, we're gonna go with Fakradinov. The next one up, we'll have. Hang on a second, bear with me, people. Naimov. Should I put Naimov and Lima in there? I mean, is there any point? Because you guys probably don't know who the fuck those people are. Let's skip Naimov and Lima because we'll do Walker and Volkan. That should get everyone's balls tingling. Because I think this one's gonna. I'm interested to see what you guys think of this one. Who wins? So we'll do Walker. Walker and Volkan. Let's go with that one. If you really want to go back to it, we'll go back to Naimov. Anyone watch Thumb Wars before? It's Star Wars reenacted with thumbs. That sounds like a sick concept, and I'm definitely down for something like that. Let's fucking go Deadpool. Deadpool's the guy, man. I'm kind of going for Volkan as well, but I'm not allowed to vote on this one because I don't want to swing it. So I'm going to let you guys decide, or else it defeats the whole purpose. Hang on a sec. Let me turn my laptop around properly because I'm leaning again. And I don't want to get abused by Western. Walker's going to KO him. I knew this one was going to be divisive. Let's see how it pans out. Like I said, I will literally bet on whatever you guys tell me to. Friday is sheep day. I'm just going to follow what you guys are on. Walker's going to KO him. Volkan decision is locked. You see what I'm saying? You lot are killing me. You're killing me out here. So I'm just going to go with the percentages. To be honest, yeah, I'm kind of edging Volkan. But it's a hard one. The only reason why I'm edging Volkan is because I think he's got a better chin. But then Walker just might show him no respect and just run into him, kneeing him up. I'm edging Volkan, if I'm being honest. But I'm not brave enough to put a bet on it by myself. So I'm kind of like I said, I'm just gonna roll with what you guys do. Volkan, because Walker is only good when he's on Texas Ranger. I know Weston's riding with Volkan. How you doing, Kool-Aid man? Good to see you here, bro. Walker shouldn't be KOing Volkan, but he will because MMA gonna MMA. That's the thing, man. In a fight, this fight, as soon as I saw it was announced, I knew it was gonna be a pick'em. Yeah, Walker's dumb. That's the thing, but like, Volkan ain't the smartest either. But I do think he's slightly smarter than Walker, and he's got a way better chin. I mean, he's been chinned before, but not regular. Like, basically, Walker is the memed chin guy. He's the guy who, like, he's famous for getting chinned and slinging dick, which I can respect, to be honest. Walker only wins when an opponent is stuck on a single leg take. That's a very good point, you know. That's a very good point. I mean, he knocked out Paul Craig that way. And who was the other one? I know he's done it more than once. He did it to, I think he's done it at least 3 times, if I'm remembering correctly. Volkan definitely has a better chin. Yuri sent Volkan to another realm. Yeah, that's Yuri, though. That's Yuri. Yuri's gonna, but that's the thing. Yuri, Johnny Walker's like a discount Yuri. You know, Goofy. It was Span, and I think there was one more as well. I'm pretty sure there was 3 where they were just trying to grab his leg, and he was just like, "All right," and just caved their heads in. Like, thanks for the early Christmas present. Can't wait for Volkan to get back fisted and slept with a right hand. Yeah, Yuri's gonna Yuri. Yuri's gonna Yuri. You can't game plan for that motherfucker. There's just no way. But see, this is what I'm saying. You guys are fucking me up. Let's see how the votes are doing. We got 79% Volkan. I don't think that's gonna turn. I guess we're going Volkan. Has 303 set the record for pullouts? I would say in recent memory, definitely. In recent memory, there have been cards that have been cancelled in the past. I think that's happened once or twice where the cancellations were so bad. I know there was that Jones card, wasn't it, when he was supposed to fight Henderson, and then Sonnen was going to jump in late. 5 cancelled fights is wild. But the thing is, though, the reason it seems over exaggerated is because at the same time, it's one fight that's basically been cancelled 3 times. So it was originally Roundtree versus Hill, then it got changed to Hill versus ULBERG, then it got changed to ULBERG versus Smith, and now it's Smith versus Delidze. So even though it sounds like there's been a lot of dropouts, it's basically been Connor's out, and that fight's just been rearranged a bunch of times. So I don't think it's the card that's had the most cancellations in numbers wise, but it's basically, do you know what I mean? It's only 2 fights that have really changed. One fight's been dropped, and in my opinion, I'd rather watch Diego Lopez and Ortega fight all day than Connor and Chandler from a purely, you know, hardcore MMA perspective. And I never cared about any of those permutations, whether it was Yuri and Hill or sorry, whether it was Hill and I don't care about any of that. And we got Alex and Yuri, which is going to be a banger. I know people don't love that matchup, seeing it again, but it's going to be a great. And that's what I'm saying. Weston's got a point. It's like Delizzi's going up in weight. He might be a savage at 205. Probably not because he's a mongoloid, but it's still something that could generate some excitement. Maybe he's a savage at 205. I can see it. All right, so we're gonna, based on what we've seen right now, Diego Lopez is one of my favorite fighters. When he came in, because I saw him a little bit on the regionals, and when he came into the UFC, I was like, nah, this guy's good, but he wasn't a killer in the regionals. Like he had some bad fights there, or some dodgy ones. And then when he came in and almost got Evloev out there on short notice, I was like, nah, this is the guy, and I've loved him from there. I think he's going to be top 5. I think he's going to win. I've kind of changed my pick on that one because I was originally picking Ortega, but ask me again tomorrow. We'll see. All right, let me just catch. Where's Walker at? Where the fuck's Walker? Unless I'm losing my shit and this fight has been cancelled. Surely not. Johnny Walker hasn't been cancelled, right? Please tell me it hasn't been cancelled. Because I'm not seeing it on here. Maybe I'm tripping. Hang on a sec. Let me look specifically at UFC. Yeah, who's fighting on the BKFC card tonight? Is anyone decent? Man, it's a stacked weekend. To be fair, we've got PFL going on and Bellator going on. We've got UFC going on, and now we've got BKFC. It's crazy. I'm not sure if there's any boxing on this weekend. I cannot see. Ooh. Dude, I'm not seeing Walker and Volkan here. Don't tell me it's been cancelled. Don't tell me. They both weighed in. That's not possible. Yeah, why can't I see it? You know, anyway, I'm gonna add Volkan on because obviously he's the clear winner here. 73% is wild on 15 votes. I was thinking it was going to be as close to 50-50 as you can get, but apparently not. No, I'm definitely tripping. It should be here. Yeah, how's Hack Parast and Gordon here and not that fight? Fucking hell. UFC matches strictly. It's really not on here. Do you know what? I'll add that in later. Did you see Walker's hair during the weigh-in? Yeah, man. Looked. I imagine he's gonna I don't see the merit yet of going into a fight like that. I reckon he's probably gonna have it like cane rolled before he goes in, or braided, or whatever you call it. Yeah, Delizzi's a big boy. I think he might actually do better at light heavyweight because the skill gap in light heavyweight is terrible. I mean, the skill level is not great at middleweight, but he's already proven he's not worthy of a run there. So if he can spank out Smith, basically the crazy thing is for Delizzi, if he beats Smith here, which is very possible, he's going to be ranked like 8th at light heavyweight. He has to be. So it's a great opportunity for him. He's got to take that. I thought he was going to be good before Evloev watching his Lux. So yeah, Lux was what I saw a lot of. when he signed to fight Evelyn, but I thought his highlights showed promise. The thing is, yeah, it was more of a thing where like he tended to gas out when he went for takedowns, which is what worried me about Lopez's earlier career. But he's proven that he's proven in the UFC he's been an absolute savage in every single fight, and he's exciting. So I hope he beats Ortega. That'd be great. Is this Whitaker card better than 303? The thing is, yeah, I'll tell you something. Yeah, the prelims on 303 is secretly amazing. And I didn't realize that because I was focusing so much on the top end of the card. 303 is actually a very good card, and it's actually improved now that Connor's off it. And we've got Ortega and Lopez, and we've got Yuri and Alex now. I think it's a better card. Like the Smith and Delidzi is like whatever, but there's some good fights on that card. I think 303 is slightly good. But this card's good as well. Like it's not bad. Will the Alex Yuri stare down be as good this time? Probably not. I imagine Yuri's going to be shitting in his jocks, to be honest. Actually, that's bullshit because Yuri's way too autistic to be scared of anyone. Can't stay long, just popping in to like and say, hey, good man, Hagor. I appreciate it. Hey, Gaul, thanks a lot, man. Thanks for stopping by. It's better than not stopping in at all, so I appreciate it, man. Hope you're having a good Friday. So yeah, I think once that, because I know that that's gonna pop in. I won't set the parlay until those two pop up, but I'm definitely gonna find I'm gonna find the Walker and Volkov fight. It must be in here somewhere. I'm assuming it's some kind of bullshit glitch or something. So I will put it in. The next one up then. Let me just double check. Gastelum and Rodriguez. This is going to be an interesting one as well. So we'll end it there and we'll do Gastelum and Rodriguez just while we're popping things off. Hang on a second. Who wins? Then we'll do Kelvin Gastelum because of recent events. And Gastelum actually doesn't look that small next to Rodriguez, which kind of surprised me because Gastelum is basically a bantamweight that looks like an orange. He looks like a walking orange. He looks like an orange with little legs. Oh, Gastelum's rushing out to an early lead. That's kind of a surprise. There's two Kelvin Gastelums on this card. Yeah, Kelvin. I mean, to be honest, yeah, I'm not even that mad. Fridge versus Felon. I got to tell you, yeah, tattoo in 1986 across your chest like that really is next level retarded. I don't get that. I do not get that at all. It's fucking brain dead to me. Whatever. It's a weird thing to do. That is BS. Yuri is gonna smoke Alex. The thing is, yeah, like as much as I love Alex and I've been bigging him up as like pound for pound number one currently. I want Yuri to win. I love Yuri. I've loved Yuri since his Ryzen days, and the dude just seems like I don't know. It just seems really. I mean, they're both very very likable. Yeah, I wonder when it's a mystery, bro. It's a mystery. It's a real hard one. It's a real hard one to figure out. What do you mean? I got 2002 tattooed on my forehead. Oh, Chris. It wouldn't surprise me if you did, bro. Telling me that's not sick as fuck. It's definitely sick, but not in the way that you're describing. The thing is with you, I can never tell if you're serious or not. If you genuinely had that tattooed on your forehead, I wouldn't be that surprised. And I hope you don't take offense to that. You know, it's nothing but love. So, all right, let's see how we're doing. We've got 10 votes. Ooh, Gastelum is edge. Ooh, 50. Oh. It's still up in the air. Fuck me. Gastelum's edging ahead. I'm quite... Do you know what? The thing is, it's very hard because they've both looked not too good in their last few So I don't know. I can understand why this is a bit split. Yeri fights like Strickland talks, and Strickland fights like Yeri talks. That's a sick comparison, bro. And 100%. The thing is, though, Strickland does get a lot of shit. Strickland basically gets engaged with, "You're gonna lose the parlay." Well, I lost the parlay last week, but it was only $10. So I'm like, because D Rod sucks, bro. D Rod does suck. I know he went on a little bit of a streak, but he's terrible. Like being real here, Gastelum is a better fighter. He's more well-rounded, but he's also had horrible performances in his last few. So it's hard to trust him. So I don't know. This is a tough one for me. The way that I'm looking at it right now is D-Rod is worse than Gastelum as a fighter, and he had to cut down because he came in at 184. So I think he was in the middle of a cut while Gastelum was putting his videos out, stuffing his fat fucking face. And Gastelum's probably had a very light cut to get to 184 because he got to 184 as well. So he's probably had a very light cut. So he's the better fighter. He's probably had a better cut, but they both look shit. So it's like, it's a tough one, man. True, the 205 championship right now is whoever wins. Fuck yeah. Middleweight, don't give a shit. Couple of. Is that the gay? Is that the LGBTQ flag? Bruv, I need to add Leech. We're doing a video on Sunday about worst robberies in MMA, and we're gonna try and rank them like close fight, bad decision, or robbery. Li Jingliang's robbery against Rodriguez is one of the worst I've seen. I've literally never seen a UFC fight in recent memory where they literally had the tail of the tape and you had one guy at 170 and one guy at 180. And then the 170 guy beats his ass for 3 rounds and then loses a decision. That shit was disgraceful. Actually, now that you mention it, yeah, I'm happy putting Gastelum on there and I hope Gastelum fucks him up. I've changed my mind. I forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me. I know it wasn't Rodriguez's fault. Like, he's not the judge, but like, still, man, fuck that guy. He deserves to get one back. If you guys are all done voting, then we've got 13. I'm gonna put Gastelum on there. This is this party is not getting anywhere, but I'm gonna stick Gastelum on there. Where the fuck is Johnny Walker and Volkov? I'm very worried right now that fight. If that fight's been cancelled, this card is way less entertaining, in my opinion. Still though, I'm not pressing forward with the parlay until that gets on. Leach was supposed to imagine fighting Ferguson. Imagine you're getting Ferguson, which for Leach would have been huge. And then you get all that fuck up. Like, that whole card was a shit show. And then Chimaev not only fucks up the whole card, but he gets a way easier fight in Kevin Holland. Actually, no. Wasn't Chimaev supposed to fight Nate Diaz that night? It's technically a harder fight, to be fair. But, bro, fuck that. Chimaev would have killed Nate Diaz that night, I think. Edgar versus Henderson 2 was also a horrible robbery. We've got that on the list. We've got hopefully Jax turns up at some point. Sorry, Volkan versus Walker. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Let me take another quick shot here and give myself a little boost, because now you've got me started. I might as well keep going. Yeah, Rafael dos Santos was holding onto that salt for a while, eh? As soon as Connor came out with that toe shit, he was ready with the receipt. By the way, I know I look like an alky right now, but most of you that have been here for a while, you already know that's the case, so none of you are going to be surprised. All right. Hitting the dab pen. Cheers, mate. Chris, you got me started, man. If I end up getting flatline drunk and missing my flight tomorrow, I'm sending you some abuse, if not a receipt. What you drinking? It's Toki Santori whiskey. It's not bad. Goes down pretty smooth. It's a little bit stronger than most whiskeys that I've had recently, but it's pretty smooth. It's pretty smooth. Or maybe I'm such a massive alky at this point that it all tastes like water. Like, it all tastes like water now. All right, so we're gonna go with Kelvin Gastelum then. We're gonna go with Kelvin Gastelum. All right, the next one. This is where I'm really. This one could be interesting. I'm gonna go with. The two Russian Goliaths. We're gonna go with Volkov and Pavlovich. Now, Western, this is not going to surprise you because you know how back and forth I've been over the last week. I'm back on it's Japanese whiskey. Yeah, I'm jumping back on Volkov. The way he stared in Pavlovich's face and was like questioning him at the weigh-in, I'm like, I like the balls that he had on him. He's clearly, I thought he might be scared of him. It's very clear from that face-off that he's not. I'm back on Volkov, but you guys can obviously decide. All right. Oh, Pavlovich is racing ahead right now. Pavin, I know Jay-Z's been very consistent. He's like, Pavlovich is going to kill him. Ortega accepted a. Wait, so is Ortega booked? I hate when fighters. If Lopez is still booked for 306, I'm more confident in Lopez. Whenever fighters do that, they always get a slap. So if that's the case, I'm very confident that Lopez is going to get it done now. I might be back on Lopez again. I've back and forth on that fight so much. Either one where I'll be happy either way. So are you gonna be happy whoever wins that fight, whichever Russian lab experiment manages to get through that one? He still wants to do the fight too. Of course he is, but then the thing is, yeah, when you get in, I guarantee you, yeah, he's not gonna get Diego Lopez out of there without getting touched. If Ortega wins, he's gonna have to take a little bit of a beating to get through it. I'm guessing it's someone big like Oliveira. Oliveira kills him surely. Do you like who do you think is the better BJJ guy out of the two of them? Do you think Ortega's a better? I actually think Ortega might be better at pure jiu-jitsu than Oliveira. But Oliveira can crack so much harder. He was like, Sergey, why do you want to fight a fellow white Russian? But you don't care. He too thirsty for that title, salted caramel style. I don't know why I'm saying this in a very bad Russian accent. I just felt natural. Volkov is the lock. Pavlovich is awesome, but if Volkov does what I think he will, that will be impressive as fuck. Bro, as soon as that fight was announced, I was like, I instantly just went, Volkov is going to get this done. I felt it in my balls. I felt it in my meaty balls. I feel like Volkov's going to beat him. He just needs to get through the first 90 seconds pretty much. And then he's a lock. I'm joking. If he gets through the first round, I'm going to be supremely confident. So how is it going? We've got 9 votes so far. I can't make a pick on this. Do you see my problem? Just do it for a little bit of harmless fun. It looks like Pavlovich is getting the nod here. It's interesting. Pavlovich has dropped in the odds a little bit, so he's like a minus 175 now. That's interesting. Volkov is shaking in his boots. Can you imagine being that big and being that scared? I guess when you stand like Pavlovich looks like a lab experiment right now. He looks like he's, as soon as Asada ducked out, he's like, back on the juice. Let's go. He looks like a literal lab experiment. The thing is that I've been like, it's the one time when I faltered. When I actually saw, but I tell you one thing though. They showed some Pavlovich like training footage of him messing around on the beach, and it was like 11 seconds of him like swinging wildly, and then he was just like, like that's supposed to impress us. I felt fizz at the base of my wang. James May. Shout out to James May. Yeah. He gassed out after 11 seconds, fighting nobody. So I'm like, I'm riding with Volkov. I don't care. I might look like a prick at the end of it. It's fair. I mean, there's no shame in getting MMA picks wrong. It's all fucking bullshit anyway. Yeah, but Crystal, I respect your decision to stay out of this one. It's looking like Pavlovich has landed the victory. I've got to say, guys, compared to last week, this is a very skinny parlay. I've got a treble on right now, and it's plus 160. So I think you guys are actually genuinely trying to make me money this week, as opposed to letting me piss it into the wind. All right. So the last one. Actually, we might go back and do them 9-1 just to make it interesting. Pavlovich has clearly won that round. Let's do Whitaker. Do you know what? Yeah, I'll tell you what I'll do. If you want, Paradox, if you want, I'll do a prelim parlay as well. I'll do a main card parlay and a prelim parlay. Whitaker and Aliskarov. Let's go. Let's go. I will do a prelim parlay as well if it floats your boat. I mean, I've been wrong before. I have a knack for picking big fight upsets though. We'll see. The thing is, bro, at like plus 200 or whatever Volkov's at, you've got to pick Volkov. You've got to pick Volkov because he's just better and he's smarter. And when I saw it, when I saw him staring Pavlovich down, I was like, yeah, this guy ain't scared. He should be, but he's not. So that filled me with a little bit more confidence. It definitely did. But like I said, Paradox, I will do prelims if you're up for it. I'm just saying, if the odds ain't too good, add in a prelim or something. The thing is, though, obviously, the more fights you add, the less likely it's going to be. I mean, I know I'm not going to make money on it anyway. It's all for a little bit of fun. Like, basically, we did one last week. There was a 6 leg. And it literally ended up, I think it ended on the 3rd fight. Let me go back and see what people got me into last week. So the parlay we ended up putting on last week that was done in the chat was it was no, it wasn't that one. Damn, I bet a lot. So it was Mazikul Costa, Jika Sarigi. So it went down in the second one. Jimmy Flick. They made me put money on Jimmy Flick. Garrett Armfield, which was a close one, to be fair. Lucas Almeida, who won as an underdog. Douglas De Silva de Andrade and Tatsuro Taira. So it was a 3 right, 4 wrong. So you guys have got some making up to do, to be fair. Ikram sped out of the gate, but lame brains are coming in with Whitaker votes. I mean, I think Whitaker's gonna win. It seems like a no-brainer to me. Yeah, Ikram is gonna fluke it, unfortunately. Basically, we talked about this yesterday. Ikram's basically got a chin. Yeah, and Jimmy Flick won resoundingly. It was like 80%, and like 20 people voted from what I remember. Basically, the only way that Ikram's going to win is if he somehow catches him with something goofy in the first round, and we know that Whitaker wilts when he gets his chin tapped. That's the only way. But I'm confident that Whitaker's going to be way too good. Decision is the obvious pick. The thing is, I do usually throw in like I'm partial. When I'm doing serious parlays by myself, I am partial to throwing in like a plus 2.5. I do usually do that. Usually on women's fights. Because let's face it, they mostly just for 2.5, and then I feel very, very comfortable usually placing a plus 2.5 on women. It has ballooned in my face occasionally, but of course it does. I'll let it ride for a little bit because we've only got 8 votes at the moment. I'll let it roll. But decision. What do you think? Do you think yeah, punch in the air and shit. Do you think that do you think Whitaker and Aliskerov goes to 5? There's no way that goes to 5. If I was going to bet on a distance play, I would say that that fight's definitely going to end within the distance. Whitaker is by miles my favorite middleweight, but I have a feeling Ikram first round KO for no reason. For no reason. It's just a feeling in your balls, yeah? The only thing that worries me about Ikram, well, I've got a few reasons. Firstly, he's not that good. And secondly, it's the weight cut from last week. He was literally bang in the middle of a weight cut. And it got halted. And now he had to do it again a week later. So I don't know. I think that's going to affect him. And the thing is, if Whitaker gets out the first round, he's really good at like downloading data. If you give Whitaker a chance to settle into a fight, he's going to fuck you up. You have to basically starch him in the first round or at least hurt him badly, and then he wilts. And the question is, can Ikram do that with his... Ikram is not the same level of striker as Whitaker is. He's just not. Ikram's not technical. All you have to do is watch the 2.5 minutes he had with Phil Hawes to understand that. Yeah, my balls are twitching at the thought of Ikram swinging like a retard. It's a tough one, man. I definitely see danger coming from Ikram because at the end of the day, it's kind of harsh judging him from the fights he's already, or some. Obviously, he hasn't really fought anyone good, but you know, it's a double-edged sword because it's like he hasn't really fought anyone good, but he's mostly starched the people that he's fought. Whitaker is by far the best fighter he's ever fought, by far, and I'm including Chimaev in that. And Chimaev obviously bonged him out, so take that for what it is. You know, I've got Rob as well. But we'll let it ride for a little bit, seeing as we've got a little bit of time. Also, it's Rob. Because the thing is, like there have been so many times in Rob's career when we think he's done, and then he gets a few more wins together, and then you get back on the train. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm unconvinced. It's definitely a tough one. I don't think Ikram is going to respect Whitaker. That might be the issue. Though. If he doesn't, he's going to get fucked up. Anyway, I got to go to the store before it closes. See ya. Take it easy, bro. I'm not going to hang out for as long today because, like I said, I got the flight in the morning. But I'll probably hang about for another. I'll try and do 2 hours if I can. I've got Rob, but usually my feelings turn out correct. Do you mean correct or incorrect? Bruv, like I've said many times, betting on MMA is a fucking hard game. It's very, very hard. But take it easy, Tats, bro. And thanks again for turning up. You're very dependable. I think if Ikram doesn't respect Whitaker, he's going to get a slap. Where you got him belligerent? I'm going to Dublin in the morning. I'm going to go and watch the Bellator card because I'm a big Jason Jackson fan. In fact, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't even know who else is fighting on that card, to be honest with you. I got no idea. But it's an excuse to go to Dublin and go and get fucked up. Like when I have a feeling someone will fluke it, even though I picked the other guy. Yeah, fair enough. The thing is, yeah, for the Bellator card, I might literally just turn up for the main event. Having to watch in fast forward, I'm 19 minutes behind because I had to feed the family dinner. No worries. It's all good. I'm glad you're all caught up. We were just basically we're in the midst of deciding who to pick between Whitaker and Aliskerov, and to be honest, it's looking like Aliskerov's got it in the bag. Sorry, Whitaker's got it in the bag. For some reason, Johnny Walker and Uzdemir Volkan has disappeared from the betting, so I don't know what's happened there. I'm assuming it's just because the app is fucked up for some reason. So I'm gonna stick Whitaker on. Oh, it's kind of respectable now. It's at like plus 350, which isn't too bad. But I am gonna wait a little bit and see if the Johnny Walker one and the Johnny Walker and No Time pops up, because you guys did vote for it, so it's only fair that we get that on there. I'm gonna give it a second. I think you will see some Dagestani wrestling in Dublin. Yeah, that card is not great. But no Bellator card ever is, to be honest. Bellator cards usually suck, but I'm sure it will be a fun experience. Like I said, like the thing is, yeah, Irish crowds always make it fun. So yeah, at least the atmosphere will be good. Even when the fights are shit, we all get drunk off our heads and just enjoy the experience. So hopefully it will be worth it for that. I'm seeing this as kind of like a prep for 304, and I'll be meeting up with Brutally Honest that week as well. So that would be cool. Could maybe do some stuff together. That'd be sweet. Is Brutally Honest still streaming? Let me see. Yeah, that is what concerns me about the Aliskerov situation. Yeah, if I could get Volkan on that card as well, on that bet slip as well, it will definitely boost it up. Because I think Volkov's going to smack him out. I'm worried that the fight's been pulled. What's the go-to bevy? I would go for I would, if I had to, I would go for like my three top drinks of choice at a bar would be a White Russian, a old fashioned, and a whiskey sour. I think a whiskey sour is the one where they put an egg, like a raw egg, into the mix as well. Yeah, this is bizarre. Oh, that would be interesting. You and Brutal trying to understand each other's language, bro. We're from the same part of the world. Do you struggle understanding me? I can probably understand that being the case because I do speak quite quickly and I use big words. I use big words. I have good words. Mucking some sweet potatoes fried and Nashville hot chicken sandwich. That sounds good, bro. The dude abides. Happy to help out, Paradox. Nah, I'm joking. No, he's a good dude. Like I said, it's amazing that I didn't come across him a lot sooner. Anyway, my good friend Sean said he was going to pop in soon. Your good friend Sean. I do occasionally try to pop in and watch your channel. You know, Sugar Sean O'Malley. Oh, you got me, bro. I'm a fag. This is definitely the real Sugar Sean. 100%. I'm starstruck now, bro. All right, Whitaker's definitely won that round. Good to have you in, Sugar Sean. Thanks for taking the time out of your busy training regime to turn up. Brutal kept saying spear instead of sphere until I had to say sphere. It was a major revelation for him. We are from a slightly different part of England. Unreal trust. Oh god damn. Just when I think this place can't get any wacky, you know. Good to have you, Sugar Sean. Appreciate you, brother. Fuck you know. I think I might take one more shot. You know, I'm blaming Chris for this. I'm fully blaming Chris for this. I'm gonna be properly groggy on the flight tomorrow, but fuck it. Hopefully I'll wake up. So I'm just going to throw this out here since we're making picks. It seems that the ones that you're very knowledgeable with what they should throw up for blocking, those are the ones that win. Probably the thing is that you know how MMA goes, and I'm always wary because right now I have all the people we have on here are favorites, and considering the last year and a half that we've had, that's a dodgy proposition to me. But it is what it is. It is what it is. That's why the Walker one was kind of a great one to have in there because it's like either way you're gonna have like a pick 'em in there. And to be honest, I don't know about you guys, but how do you guys no, it's a pick 'em. It's literally I think they both had the same odds, which is exactly what you'd expect, and they haven't shifted. So I'm assuming that the betting public is as split as we are in here. But for some reason, I cannot see that on here, and it was there earlier. Or maybe I'm just drunker than I think I am, and I keep missing it. But I don't think so. No, it's definitely not in here. The fuck? You guys have got to keep me up. You've got to keep me updated because I will genuinely be sad if that gets because that's the one fight where we're guaranteed to see somebody get slept. There's no way somebody isn't getting slept in that one. But I'll give it until the morning, and then if it's not up there, I'll just ride with the parlay that we've got. Yeah. You think is he the slight favorite? It might be a case of like it's fairly even from what I can see. Like I've been checking up on it all week. You going to Ireland tomorrow for Bellator? Yeah, I'm flying. I'm flying out. I think my flight's at 1 o'clock, so I should arrive in Ireland at about 2. Got enough time to get over to the hotel, and then I'll find a bar close because the hotel I'm staying at is literally opposite the arena. So I made sure I'm literally just going over there for that and then heading back on Sunday morning. That should be good. It should be fun, I guess. Hopefully the card won't be utterly arse, but it is Bellator. Yeah, our flights are sweet. They really are. They really are. It's basically it takes me the same time to get from where I live to London as it does to get a flight from London over to Dublin. It's that close, which is pretty great. I think it's about 50 minutes, something like that. Did you hear the MMA guru try to feed a carrot to a bus? I did not hear that. That's one of my favorite trolls of all time. That one. I'm hoping that this Kenny Okoji guy builds up enough steam and that we get a fight between him and MMA Guru because I think it would just be funny. I've got to get wet. Be right back. Good on you, brother. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I haven't been to a live event since I went to I saw the last card I went to was literally ages ago. It was when I saw Zhang Wei Li knock the fuck out of Jessica Andrade. That's the last card I went to. It's been a while, so I'm pretty amped up about this. I've got like potentially 3 cards back to back in the next month. I'm gonna go to this one, then I'm gonna go to 304, and then I'm gonna try and go to Abu Dhabi for that card as well. I'm basically holding off to see how it shapes up. But if they add one more really good fight to the card, then I'm sold. I did see the. I did see the. How you doing, Chel P? Good to have you in here, sir. I did see the debate with Kenny Okoji, and to be honest, I'm because like, bro, I followed Okoji on Twitter about a year ago, and I'm constantly I cannot think of one thing he's ever said that I've agreed with. Like, I hate using words like glazing and simp and nut rider and testicle gobbler, but he is all those things in one neat, tidy little package. But basically, it was him with his like alien claws. He's got the weirdest fingers I've ever seen. Just shouting like you're coping for 20 minutes. Like every 30 seconds, he was like, "You're coping, bro. You're coping, bro," and just like not making any. Like he lives in a cartoon fucking world. That guy. And I think I preferred it when I thought he was trolling, because at least I can respect that. I thought he was just saying these outrageously stupid things. Like he tweeted today saying that he rewatched the Izzy and Jan Blachowicz fight, and he thought that it was a borderline robbery for Jan Blachowicz. And it's like, at this point, you're just like, you're retarded, brother. You're retarded. Who's gonna put money on? I just creeped Western Mass out pretty really bad. Oh, I got this. He's a pole smoking, cum guzzling butt pirate. Yep. Yep. That's pretty much that's pretty much. The thing is, though, yeah, even though Kenny got absolutely destroyed, his interactions are going to go through the roof. People are going to follow this guy and abuse him for the next 15 years or however long he can take it on YouTube and on Twitter. He's got exactly what he wants out of that situation. Because it's the making people hate you game again, isn't it? He got exactly what he wanted out of that situation. Even though he looked completely stupid for the majority of it, there are people that are going to agree with him, and there's people that are just going to follow him and interact with him just to tell him how stupid he is. So he's going to get exactly what he wants out of it. I'm going to chill on the insults here because I could keep y'all laughing for a little bit, 100%. But you need to check this guy out. He is Kenny Okoji. This guy is... There's something going on there. I thought it was a personality disorder at first, but I think there might be some genuine retardation there. But yeah, Chelsea, I saw it and I still haven't quite recovered from it. At the very least, yeah, even though it was stupid as fuck, it was very entertaining. Who like just out of curiosity, who do you think won that debate? I know it's a stupid question, but I'm just trying to gauge where you're at with it. Because while I think most people were saying that obviously Lucas Tracy absolutely destroyed him, there are some people that thought Kenny won the debate because it is the internet and people are insane. Yeah. So I don't know. At the end of the day, even though, like I said, it was ridiculous, he did get what he wanted out of the situation, which is interactions and people saying his name. Because even though he got, like I said, dismantled, people are talking about him, and people are going to watch that video, and people are going to follow him on Twitter just to call him a moron. So it's a win. He won in a very, 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 very big loss. The thing is, though, like I do think Tracy won, but the problem is, yeah, this is the thing, Chelsea, yeah. Like the way that Kenny Okoji argues, he's so deluded that it doesn't matter how much logic and fire you come with. He's not going to take any of your points on board, and he's just going to keep beating the same drum over and over again. It's like how many times have you had a situation where you've been arguing with somebody and you're 100% in the right, and they're so retarded and so deluded, and they're so firm in their beliefs that they're winning, that you're getting frustrated being like, look, bro, I'm clearly making the better points here. I'm clearly winning. And you're just not taking anything I'm saying on board. It's a lose-lose. It was a lose-lose situation for Lucas Tracy going into it. Because this guy is deluded beyond belief. Like, I literally thought he was a troll. I went through 6 months of his and you've seen there's loads of people on Twitter that do this. There are so many people on Twitter that do it. They literally, like, there's a guy on Twitter called Jam, who every tweet of his, he throws up like a boxing combination and says, "Oh, I've never seen skills like this in MMA. Boxing's way better." And he just spams the same shit. And he gets literally thousands of interactions from it constantly because people take the bait. And it felt like that with the Lucas Tracy and Kenny Okoji situation. It's like the guy is just, he believes what he's saying. And he genuinely thinks he's like a great debater. And so it just goes in one ear and out the other. You can't beat guys like that. I made a tweet about it basically saying it's like if you played a pigeon at chess and then the pigeon just knocked over all the pieces and took a shit on the board and said, I won, I won, I won. And you're like, but that's not how the game's played. Like, and the pigeon's like, no, I won. It's just strutting around. That's exactly what it was. He could be a genius troll, but the fact that he's Nigerian makes it harder to believe. No, bro, I'm telling you, I've followed him long enough to know he fully believes what he's saying. And to me, that's even worse because he said some really dumb stuff. I mean, you're 100% right though. The fact that he was like, the fact that he could make an outrageous statement that Israel Adesanya is by far the greatest striker in the UFC of all time, and the problem was, yeah, that Tracy spent so much time arguing about Alex. He could have just spent 2 minutes saying Kenny Okoye. That's the no. He's not a big black guy. He's a skinny Nigerian guy with a big mouth and a one note opinion. That's the guy you're looking for. I only found out he was 21 years old this morning, which makes a lot of sense. Because I thought the guy was like 26, 27. So the fact that he's 21 makes me a little bit more forgiving. Because I'm like, of course he's retarded. This ain't no Aaron Tats out here. Do you know what I mean? Somebody who has like reasonably formulated opinions. The fact that he's 21, I'm like, do you know what? I kind of get it. He is tall, but he's a twiglet. Bruv, like 2 days ago, he sent out a tweet basically saying something about how angry he was with Guru for talking shit about his boy and that he'd slap him. Imagine what Guru would do to that guy. He'll be a good Guru would break him. I'm thinking that I'm not even a Guru, like I'm not a Guru guy. Like I followed him a long time ago. I don't really watch his shit anymore. Genuinely, Guru would fuck him up in about 10 seconds. Guru's like 6'2" and thick. Kenny Okoji is skinny. He would get broken. Guru would fuck him up. It wouldn't even be, it would genuinely be like, I feel like egging it on because it would be funny. And then it would happen and I'd be like, oh man, I feel bad for helping facilitate this. It would be that kind of situation. Guru would fuck him up. He'd crush him. He could run until Guru gasses in 30 seconds. Bro, I don't see it. Like, it's like Eddie Griffin once said, it would be like throwing a fist at him would be chucking a grape at him. Kenny Okoji is skinny, bro. He's like ridiculously skinny. He looks like he's a late developer. Like he hasn't even filled out yet. Kenny Okoji would get fucked up. Guru skips forearm day. I haven't really noticed that, to be fair. But he's just a thick dude. Like he'd fuck him up, bro. He'd tuck him in. I'd be 100. I'd bet my life on it. I really would. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm the kind of realist where I'm like, I don't say to people I'd slap you up if I know they'd fuck me up. Because it just sound, even though you're a keyboard warrior and you're safe, you just sound like an idiot when you call out people that would literally use you like a mop. Guru would use him like a mop. That's a ridiculous thing to say. Beyond stupid. But no, I haven't really had a good look at Guru's forearms, to be fair. He's mostly just all this. You don't ever really see anything. Very Joe Roganish, always hating on white fighters unless they are Muslims, and always praising the. So are you talking about Kenny, or are we on a different vibe here? He could leg kick at range, run and get a robbery decision. Do you know what? Fair, you might have a point there, to be fair. Because Guru clearly doesn't train. He's got no cardio. I don't think it would matter. I think the first shot that lands would drop this fool. If he touches him anywhere, he's gonna get fucked. What's your light breakfast? Height 6'4", weight 160, class, hometowns. So is this weight 160? Kenny is 6'4". I don't know, bro. I've got very skinny wrists. Like, let me see if I can get my forearm in shot. It's like, yeah. He's definitely got bigger forearms than me. Kenny and Joe Rogan love their. Now the thing is, yeah, Kenny's free fighters. Yeah, Kenny's in a weird situation. Yeah, because his three favorite fighters are Israel Adesanya, Kamaru Usman, obviously, and for some reason he glazes really hard over Islam Makhachev as well. Like, he's literally said in the same videos that Israel Adesanya is the best fighter in the world, and that Islam is. I think the dude just is. I can't figure him out. I thought it was like a personality disorder, but I think there might be something else going down. Guru would down him in 1 minute like he does his mayo containers. Massive forearm mogged Guru, 100%. Jesus, I find that hard to believe. I only started like lifting weights and like bulking up a little bit over the last 5 or 6 years. I used to be super skinny. Hey, if you're one of the moderators, could you put up a link so I could see the dude in the video? That would help. Do you know what? Yeah, I'm going to do it for you. Hang on. I'm pretty sure you've got the right guy. Let me just, Kenny. See, do you know what the worst thing? He's popping up in my, here he is. I'm going to send you this one. Do you know what the worst thing is? I've just realized, yeah. Hang on a second. Let me post this in here. I think I can. There we go. And it actually helps that this is the one that's in the where he actually had the battle with she's talking about, she wants to see what Kenny Okoji looks like, which is fair because we've been talking about him for the last half an hour. I feel like I'm enabling by talking about him, but it's just I can't help myself. I tell you something, as annoying as he is, and he is fucking annoying and deluded, it's entertaining. It's entertaining. He's having the desired effect. I'll give him that much. Weston, do you ever have any desire to get over to I don't even know who Kenny is. You should have a look at this guy as well. He's a deluded son of a bitch. Weston, do you ever have a desire to get over here to the UK? I've got to get you over here at some point. I've got to find some good fishing spots and whatnot. But yeah, that's it. So Crystal, that's the guy. That is the dude. Are you? Nah, I'm not. I'm not. We don't fuck with that shit in the UK, bro. We're a English breakfast, pie and smash kind of guys. I wouldn't mind visiting the UK. You gotta make some money first. Yeah, fair play. I'm sure we could arrange something down the line. You can get a little fundraiser going. I could help out a little bit. It's pretty sweet over here. I consider UK the non danger zone. There's nothing going on here that would make you nervous. I'll put it that way, unless you're in London. 13-year-olds are the scariest thing in England. You got to be worried about if somebody's under 15. That's where you got to be wary. They got them. Thank you. I'll check this guy out and I'll see what I think just by watching him. Keep in mind, I've only read too many books. I haven't gone to school for this shit. All I'm saying is, yeah, like the argument between him and Tracy is just it's about 20 minutes long, and it's basically him saying you're coping, Israel Adesanya is the best, and then Tracy trying to explain because basically Kenny set this up for what should have been a surefire win because his whole argument was he's the best striker the UFC's ever seen, and that should have been a home run for Lucas. And even though he made some good arguments, the fact that Kenny was just talking over him and shouting you're coping, you're talking bullshit, and being a bit aggressive about it, he had people genuinely on his side saying that he was doing a good job, and he just wasn't. It was awful. It was terrible to watch. That's how I see it anyway. You need some trees cut down. We could work something out. I mean, I could bring you over to an area where you can just start. If you need that as like a reason to come over, I could just bring you to a random wooded area and let you do your thing. ITP is allergic to peanuts. I've never had one. Yeah, that must be rough, man. The peanut allergy thing is a weird one because that never used to happen 20 years ago. Like nobody used to be allergic to peanuts. That feels like a new thing. Not that it's not legitimate because people seem to genuinely get sick from peanuts. It's just a little bit suspicious to me. Like there's some genetic engineering going on or something. Like some peanut manufacturer haters got really deep into it and just started, I don't know, making it a thing where like people en masse get sick from or have like very crazy reaction to eating peanuts. Kenny Okoji is a next level narcissist. He's narcissistic, he's ignorant, and he's deluded. It's a very, very brutal combination. And it's like what you said. It doesn't matter how much you destroy the guy with logic and well-structured arguments. He's gonna say he's winning, and it's just frustrating. I would never battle with this guy because even though I know that I'm intellectually superior and I'd come with better arguments, I'd lose to this guy. Because he'd just be shouting, "No, bro, you're wrong. You're wrong, bro. You're coping." What's popping, brother? My son is definitely allergic to peanuts, but you like this is what I'm saying. This feels like a 20, like it seems to have been happening more in the last 20 years. Or maybe they've just discovered that it's peanuts. Like the science has grown a little bit and they've become aware that, oh, this is what's doing it. It's crazy, man. Like what happens to him when he comes into is it a case of he needs to ingest them or he needs to touch them? Like, because I've heard different stories, man. I'll try a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I feel like it's something that I need to experience, but I'm gonna have to go to the States to do it. I feel like it's gonna have to be a thing where I do it there, like sample the real experience. I was hoping you were gonna turn up, brother. But I'm thinking, yeah, I'm wondering if it's peanuts or if it's the way that they're produced. You know, maybe there's something in the way that they're manufactured that is causing the issue and not the peanuts themselves. Not jelly, get some good homemade jam. Is that like a fair substitute? Because I'm not like putting jelly in and mixing jelly with anything is like, I don't know, man. It feels like jelly should be enjoyed either in a dessert or by itself. The idea of smearing that onto bread just seems fucking crazy to me. But mind you, like us British people, we're not really very well known for our cuisine choices. You know what I mean? Raspberry jam is the best. If he touches them, he will start to swell up. If he eats them, his throat. See, this is what I'm saying. And the scary thing about it is, it's like with the PED thing. You know, when people take supplements, like peanuts just end up in things. They just end up getting. There's like trace amounts of peanuts in things where there shouldn't be, and that must be really scary. Have you ever been in a situation? I'm assuming you have, based on what you're saying, that you've had to use an epidural, because that would freak me out. Like I'm touching wood right now, and like my son hasn't been allergic to anything so far, but he has had some scary moments when he was younger, where we've had to rush him into the emergency room, and like there's been fucked up, like where he's had like an infection. It's scary. Jelly and ice cream allegedly goes hard. The thing is, yeah, when it comes to ice cream for me, yeah, I'm always on a, you know how like opposites kind of go well together. For me, having like a hot dessert and ice cream just slaps to me. It's like having sweet and salty together. It shouldn't work, but it does. And I feel like whenever I have ice cream, I've got to have like a hot chocolate dessert with it. And it just, I don't know. I just love that sensation of experiencing hot and cold at the same time. To be a true allergy to peanuts, all you got to do is touch them. It's the oils on your skin that's going to, because that's what I'm saying, the pores in your skin. See, that makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. If you ingest them, it's going to be even worse. But if you just have stomach sensitivities, it's a huge word in the allergy community because they're going to have to dismiss it. You have sensitivities then. Hot fudge cake and ice cream is goated, bro. There's something about that hot cold mix that just works. It just works. Because I think it went undiscovered for a long time. Because obviously you think if you put something hot in the ice cream, it's just going to melt it immediately. But if you drop that hot shit on the side and just use your spoon to mix it together organically, it's fucking sweet. Making white chocolate. I've never had a white chocolate brownie, and white chocolate is my preferred chocolate. The thing is, though, yeah, I shouldn't say this to you guys because it kind of fucked up my experience of white chocolate a little bit. But my brother hates white chocolate, and he said it tastes like soap. The next time you eat white chocolate, see if you can get that kind of soapy sort of aftertaste to it. See if you know what I'm talking about. We could probably surpass the defense and handle whatever chemical defense they've developed. It just seems interesting to me that this has become like a new phenomenon in like the last. I've just woken up from a 30-second. I've just woken up from a 30-minute coma. Did you just pass out randomly? Yeah. Anyway, back to Paradox. Yeah, it's a weird one. It's a weird one. White chocolate isn't even really a chocolate. See, Black Betty, I'd like you to elaborate a little bit on this. Is it a thing where it's not made from cocoa beans? I like white chocolate. This is what I thought you were gonna say because I'm not a connoisseur of, obviously I don't have like the most advanced taste buds, but you can't really get any cocoa element from it. So it's supposed to be like vanilla, and it's like vanilla. I know it's made from. I'm assuming it's made from vanilla, or there's some vanilla element to it. I think Chell took my phone when I was out. So Paradox, are you running with a few accounts? That So a woman suffering a peanut allergy could end up needing a shot just because her boyfriend, who is are you joking? Nah. So basically, if you're somebody who has a peanut allergy, your spouse or whoever you're fucking around with can't be ingesting peanuts either. That's crazy. Can you imagine nutting inside a girl and she has like an allergic? So it's not the cum that they are allergic to. It's whatever peanut, bro. This is, I tell you what, yeah, Crystal, having you around here. I know the chat kind of veers off topic, but goddamn, that's a fact that I need to know. I'm never eating a peanut again in my life because I don't want to be like, I don't want to be, you know, that moment when you nut and you stop caring about the person you've just nutted in. I don't want to have to save that person's life when I don't care about them. That'd be a terrible situation to be in. I might have to never ingest a peanut again in my life. Guys know what I'm talking about. Especially if you're with somebody that you're just there for the nut, you know what I'm saying? And then you do that, you have that big moment, and then they start going into an anaphylactic shock. You're like, deal with it, bitch, I'm going to sleep. You don't want that. You don't want that. I mean, in real life, I wouldn't do that, obviously. But that would be a stressful situation to deal with where you no longer care and you've got to save someone's life. God damn. Wait, Antoine, who, like, I've never seen any Fight Fairy content. Is this a thing now? Who is this? Who is this person? I've never seen her. I didn't know that you were. Obviously, I've heard her name come up in the whole Rego debates we've been having over the last week. White chocolate has cocoa butter and vanilla. Do you know what? I feel like I've never looked this up. I feel like the fact that I somehow knew that makes me realize that I might be a secret genius. Because it doesn't really taste like vanilla, but something told me that it must have that element of it in it. Cocoa butter and vanilla. And now that you've said that, when the next time I eat white chocolate, I'm going to be able to taste it. It's like once you become aware of it, you can separate both of them. That's just how it works. Like what does Fight Fairy do? Because I feel like I'm going to have to be told about it rather than experience it, because I don't think I'm ever going to run up in that. I have 8 burners. They used to be old channels, but I just switched to names and shit. Bro, you could make a serious killing on YouTube doing that. There were literally people in the chat saying, "You're beautiful, you mog my girlfriend." Who was it in here who said she was a solid 6? There was somebody in here that was saying she's like a 6, and then there are times when she's, I don't know, there are certain things she does where she literally transforms into a 4. She takes her top off, jumps up and down. Bro, there's so much free porn out there. That wouldn't really do that for me, to be honest. You've got to come with a lot more than that. That doesn't really do it for me. And like I said, I'm nearly 40 years old. I've seen enough tits in my life to not be impressed anymore. She seems cool and knowledgeable. Really? I don't know. It was you, Chris. It was you, Chris. I said she was a 5, but the haircut makes her a 3. Hang on a second. I feel like I need to find this out for myself. So hang on. Yeah, you said she's pretty, but the short hair makes her a 5. And Chris is saying she's a 5, but her short hair makes her a 3. So I've got, let me just confirm this. Hang on. Fight Fairy. I'm assuming she's gonna pop up immediately. Nope. Can we have a more Dougie's live? I'm a jump, love, no homo. No problem, brother. Send Dougie my love as well. Hang on a second. Can somebody give me a realistic thing to type into Google where I can actually see what this person looks like? I might jump over to the. I'm gonna jump over to Dougie in about 15 minutes or so myself. So if you're not subscribed to Dougie, if you're not subscribed to Making the Walk, go over there. Hang on a second. Where's Fight Fit? Fight Fairy MMA YouTube. Thank you, brother. All right, let me jump on. Let's have a go. Bro. I'm with Chris. I might even have to go a little bit lower. I mean, hang on a second. Let me just Thanks, Antoine. Hang on a sec. Let me just pop this up here. This is what I'm seeing. I'm assuming this is the same person. I mean, we shouldn't just be judging females based on that. We're literally doing just 36 videos and 2.93 subscribers. It's funny how you can get involved in a male space and get like a rapid subscriber rise just from that. But if she's knowledgeable, fair enough. Yeah, she's a 4. I'm gonna go 4. Paradox rizzing her up with all A alt accounts. She could be good with long hair. The face ain't trash. I mean, I've definitely, you know, done the 2-step with worse. But you shouldn't be like saying like, I mean, if you're like glazing her up saying you're hotter than my girl and that kind of, that's next level, man. She had bro, she had 99 in the chat. You know why she had 99 in the chat. She's working because she's a female who interacts with males who want to talk about MMA all day. And to be fair play to her. That's definitely going to work. The fans are all simps. She's been the thing is, yeah, there's a lot of that goes on in the UK as well, where you have like females who pretend to be fans of like sports teams in the UK, and they use that as like their pull-in, and then they just they let guys simp over them as well. Fair play to her though. She found a way to get in, and she's using it. Are you sure she knows her stuff though? Do you know what? I'm not going to pass judgment on the level of her knowledge until I've seen it for myself. I'll definitely give it a go. 99 in the chat. That doesn't surprise me. The fans are all simps. She's been a fan for a year. I mean, we know how it all goes. We know how it goes. I think what I'm going to do though is I'm probably going to I'll shut things down at 2 hours, because I do literally have to prep for not really prep, but get a decent amount of sleep for my flight tomorrow. But I'm probably gonna jump into Dougie's chat for a little bit just to say what's up. So I'm probably gonna do that. So if you guys aren't over at Dougie's corner, and if you're not at Making the Walk MMA, jump over there. She goes up a point for liking MMA if she does. That's the thing. If you could like it's like I imagine, yeah, Crystal yeah would be Crystal would be somebody Crystal would be elevated a lot because she's chill as fuck and she loves seeing people kick the shit out of each other. I think if women had that about them, they'd be way more appealing. in my opinion. I think if you could find a woman that is willing to that has some knowledge about MMA, that would be an amazing selling point. So what she's doing is very, very smart. And like I said, I'm basing judgment on her based on nothing. I've never seen any of her content. I've just seen what she looks like now. And to be fair, she's not like terrible. It would be extremely wrong to say she's terrible. She's not. She's not really my type, and put it that way. But that doesn't mean she's not hot. Because I've got a very particular type. I had to disappear for a minute. Are we picking on me? Definitely not. But that's how most women need to enjoy MMA. I tell you what, the best I don't want to say relationships because I don't know if you can call a lot of what I've done in my past to be relationships, but any female that's willing to at least pretend to enjoy what you enjoy and get into it, because I find that when most women start out pretending what you're enjoyed in, if they fake it for long enough, they actually start enjoying it for real, and then you have a real good base there. It's one point that chivalry has died. I mean, guys used to take their women to gladiator shows all the time back in Roman times. 100%. This is what I'm saying. You need to find the thing is here. If women are willing to make the effort to enjoy things that guys enjoy, we're more willing to make the effort in the bullshit that you enjoy. You know what I'm saying? And to be fair, there's a couple of times where I've been caught slipping, where I've been dragged along to like a movie that I thought was going to suck total donkey dick, and then I've actually kind of slightly enjoyed it. It works both ways. I love how Crystal always manages to veer me into the nuances of, like, you know, male and female politicking again. So well done to you. Yeah, Antoine, it definitely helps that your wife is heavily into MMA. It's awesome. That's the dream, brother. So yeah, we're gonna hang about for another 3 minutes or so, and then we can all meet up again. We're gonna do, like, anyone who's here who's not in Dougie's corner. I mean, I can't really call it a raid because we've only got 17 people in here now. But anyone who's in here, if you could get over to Dougie's corner. Crystal, are you subscribed to Dougie's corner as well? Let me throw up a quick hang on. Let me try and find Dougie's corner because I'm so low energy tonight because I've had a long fucking day. Dougie's corner. Hang on. He is razor close, bro. Hopefully I've done this right. Hopefully. Can't wait to find myself a D Devlin. She's a queen, bro. She's a queen. She literally puts up with everything that man does. And I mean, why wouldn't she? She's living a life of luxury. She's been there from the beginning. So what if he slings his dick in the odd fat chick every now and then and the odd absolute munter? You don't let that shit go. You got 4 kids with him. She basically has to put up with whatever. As long as she's like, as long as he's not doing, like, you know, as long as he's not abusing her in any way, you ride that out. I'm subscribed, but I've not gotten any notifications. So if someone could throw up the link, I'll head there in a minute. Yeah, he's there. I think hopefully that will help. Frank and Jaxie raid on Dougie. 100%. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna Paradox. Are you subscribed to Dougie's corner as well? It's gonna be the most tame raid of all time, but we've got to start somewhere. So hopefully we can make a little bit of noise. Because I've basically got to, like, I'm going to prep a few things in the background, get ready for the flight in the morning. And yeah, if we could get over to Dougie and meet up there, that would be awesome. But thanks a lot, guys, for turning up. Sorry if it was a little bit tame. Sorry if it was a little bit of a tame one this evening. But yeah, like I said, I've had a long day. And we'll be back on Sunday for Frankie and Jax. We've got a really good one coming up with the robberies. We're going to get into the robberies in UFC. But Chris, enough love to you. Paradox, you're always the guy. Crystal, hopefully we'll see you over there. Have a great one, guys. I'll see you over there in like 60 seconds, hopefully. Oh, Victrio, if you could get over to Doug, I'm literally about to head off now. I'll throw the link up again. If you could get up to Dougie's corner, we're gonna get over to the chat there. He's so close to 1,000 subscribers, and if we could get him, well, pretty much on the brink of it tonight, that would be awesome. And if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to me now. We'll get over there and we'll chat in Dougie's corner. I've probably got about another half an hour of shit talking before I've got to hit the hay and get ready to fly out tomorrow morning. Peace out, guys, and thanks for turning up. I'll see you over in Dougie's corner. Thanks, Chris. Thanks. Let's go over to Dougie's corner now and we'll chat in there. I'll see you guys in a sec.